Tonight's commencement speaker is himself a graduate of Murray High School. He attended Murray State University with a major in speech and history and a minor in English. He has a master's degree in communications. He's taught at Murray High School for the past 14 years and presently teaches English, speech, and European history. Over the past 4 years that I have known him, he's not only been one of the most influential educators, but one of the better friends I've had at Murray High. Although he's coached a very successful speech team, those of you that know him pretty well might be aware of his fear of public speaking. So it is indeed an honor to have him speaking for us tonight. Class of 1990 and their guest, it's my privilege to introduce to you Mr. Mark Etherton.
Dr. Jones, Board Chairperson Sella, Mr. Wells, Mr. Brady, faculty, parents, and seniors. I have to admire the patience of the senior class. Most of you have been in school listening to encouraging words of teachers for about 1,500 minutes. It's a long time, huh? And just when you thought you'd never have to listen to a Murray High School teacher again, you had finished your school and were safe to enter the waters of life, and well, who's there standing before you at commencement? A teacher from Murray High saying, "We're back." Yes, you definitely have patience. I don't mind telling you that even though public speaking is supposed to be my job, I am not in the habit of giving a speech. I feel more comfortable telling other people what to do. Imagine that. But seniors, being asked to speak to you tonight is the highest honor I have ever received. I am humbled and honored. Since the time I was asked to speak at your graduation, I've tried to reflect upon education, Murray High School, my peers, and you, and have reached some conclusions about what types of goals and experiences are valuable and lasting. One goal, even though it is not the most important goal, is a goal of all students. It is the goal of making good grades. In fact, that top grade is a concrete example of success. We have all imagined ourselves delivering to our parents the grade card that sports all A+, and then, of course, looking on humbly as our parents give us the keys to that black Z car, and all for just making all A's. However, putting too much emphasis on this goal is very risky. Such a goal can lead a student into the deceptive belief that real learning has taken place. So much emphasis on good grades leads us to the misconception that good grades guarantee a success in life and that cheating is an acceptable alternative to lack of preparation. This emphasis also leads us to embrace short-term memorization rather than true understanding. Perhaps the danger in relying too much on good grades was summarized best by Secretary of Education Laurel A. Cavazos when talking to a group of law students. Some of you think good grades will make you a good lawyer. If you believe that, you're in the wrong place. Discovery, hard work, desire, and intelligence will make you good lawyers. Many of you have made excellent grades, and you have been recognized for your efforts. Some of you have not made, well, excellent grades. But regardless of the grades, all of you share something. All of you have learned the skills necessary to compete and live in this world. Learning, this is the goal of any school, especially Murray High School. It is a noble goal and the one which all teaching and all education try to reach. Through the process of education, you developed important skills. We've seen those skills displayed by all of you, and you've seen them in yourselves. You are entering a world that has a precarious future, yet you can be assured that what you have learned while at Murray High School will help you face that future. But to put the development of skills in its proper perspective, perhaps we can learn from Penn State football coach Joe Paterno. When asked if his 1983 national championship team was the best he had ever coached, he responded, "It depends on what they do with the rest of their lives. Football is just a means of building character and confidence. The best team will be the one that contributes the most to society. And so it is with you. Our measure of how successful we were as teachers is how successful and happy you are in the future. Grades and learning are indeed good goals. However, the best suggestion that I can give you is not to focus so much exclusively on these goals that the success or the learning that you miss the true enjoyment of education, which has been for you seniors the involvement with teachers who want to open new areas of the world to you, and involvement with one another. I'm afraid that too many of us have tucked away in our subconscious a vision. We see ourselves traveling by passenger train on a long, long trip. We look out the window and drink in the passing scene, the classes, the ball games, the dances, the extracurricular trips. But uppermost on our minds is not this, but rather the final destination. On a certain day, at a certain time, we will pull into that station. There will be flags waving and crowds cheering, and once we get there, all our wonderful dreams will come true. So many wishes fulfilled and so many pieces of lives fitted neatly together like a completed jigsaw puzzle. How restlessly we pace the aisles, cursing the minutes for loitering, waiting, dreaming about the station. Sooner or later, we must realize that there is no one station, no one place to arrive at once and for all. The true joy of your education is not the station, but the trip. The station is only a dream. It constantly outdistances us. When we reach the station, that will be it, we cry. Translated, that means, if I can make an A on that test, if I can set the curve in chemistry, if I can only pass U.S. history, if we can make it to the state tournament in basketball, if I can get a 28 on the ACT, if I can get a 4-year scholarship to a college that I want to go to, and oh Lordy, if we can just pass the final biblical literature test, we would die happy people. Unfortunately, once we get it, then it disappears. The station somehow hides itself down the endless track. So stop pacing the aisles and counting the miles. Instead, relish the moment. Live your life. Seniors, I'm not telling you that grades and learning and goals are not important. They are. But without the experiences that go with them, they are insignificant. The station will never come. The numerous tests that you have taken and the awards that you have won over the past few years are not what you'll remember. It's not the awards or the grades that last. It's the experiences with one another, the friends, the rapport, the laughter, the tears. Times such as the soccer team's bus running over a tree in LBL, the wet and wild senior trip to Opryland, the table of senior boys that tried to shush the whole lunchroom, detention with Mrs. Wilson, or arriving at 7:30 to A, type with Mrs. Crawford, B, sing with Mrs. Hodges, or C, speak a dead language with Mrs. Burgess. With these thoughts in mind, it seems appropriate for me to end with a quote taken from the brothers Karamazov. After spending long days together, Karamazov says to his sons, "People talk to you a great deal about your education, but some good sacred memory preserved from childhood is perhaps the best education. If a man carries many such memories with him into life, he is safe to the end of his days. And if only one good memory remains in our hearts, even that may sometimes be the means of saving us." Thank you, seniors, and good luck.
As you probably know, Mr. Etherton was a Murray High School graduate in the class of 1971, 19 years ago. Tonight, we would also like to honor two graduates from the class of 1950. They have given their academic lives to Murray High School. The Vice President of the class of 1950, Mr. Bill Smith, and the valedictorian of the class of 1950, Mary Ann Underwood. You know her as Mrs. Russell. Would these two teachers please stand to be recognized at this time? For students, it is not fashionable to say that they like school, but 97% of our students attend school every day. The class of 1990 has two students that have had perfect attendance